Today, from Brooklyn, New York, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Brooklyn Barons. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hernandez. Flush to his right. Man open. That's Henry Ruggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 15 carries, 108 for the yardage and the score, too. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Barons have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 65 yards. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ready?
Now Burrow on first down. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow, he'll get this out wide to Singletary. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Back to throw. Hernandez dancing to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Hernandez. And it's caught. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Barons are able to stretch out their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
From the 29, and Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Barons are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. First down. Here's Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Zach Wilson leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers season was pretty much over before it began, but they do get victory number 2 here to start the second half. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast teams of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That caught by Tremble. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Well, they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Back to throw again. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow going to throw again. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now left side on the swing pass. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now it's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Burrow will throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. today not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half, but let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Burrow looking to pass. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A final shot now for Burrow. Looking for the end zone. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for the home team here, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5.